Let's pause you. Hello, I'll be with you in 1 second. I just gotta put on highlighter. Oh, all right, I'm trying to give you just the right amount of blinding, but you can still see. I think I did an okay job with that. I ain't about to mess up my lipstick, so. All right, hello. It's Vlogmas day 6. Wow, how much time do I have on this? Okay, I'm good. Hi, I decided to switch it up a little bit today. This is strictly for you. I got tired of coming on here looking like a dog dump, so I did my makeup and we are going to do 25 questions. 25 questions for the 25 days of Vlogmas. I was going to do 50. I decided that was too much, and then Autumn J said 21 because 21 days of what was it? I can't remember, but then I was like, okay, 25. Middle ground. So here we are. So what I did was I went on Instagram and just typed in like get to know me tags or questions that you could ask other people when you're getting to know them, and basically between 4 or 5 different Pinterest posts I picked the questions that I thought I might have the most interesting answers to and wrote them down. So here we are. Okay, the first question, which I kind of don't really feel is should count as a question because you already know, but it asks for your name. So hi, I'm Shamiriel. Ta-da. So I'm gonna give you a bonus one because, as I said, I don't really feel like that one should count as a question. Your zodiac. I am a Cancer through and through. All of the good, the bad, and the ugly about Cancer traits, that is me. I'm she. That's what it is. Born on July 3rd. The last song I listened to. Let's see here on my Spotify playlist. I was listening to Maybe by Tiana Taylor. What else? Okay, how many tattoos and piercings? I have 4 tattoos. And 4 piercings, 2 holes in each ear. I did have my belly button pierced, but I felt like I was getting too old to have a belly button ring, so I took it out. So yes, I have 4 tattoos. I have ideas for 3 more, but I think of the 3, I'm only going to get 2 of them. I don't know where I'm going to get them. That's mainly the problem. I do know I want one of the 3 down my side, but the other 2, I have no idea where I want to put them. And I like to put my tattoos in places where you can't see them unless I show you, which I know almost kind of defeats the purpose, but it is what it is. So the only tattoo I know, in my last Throwback Thursday, you probably were, some of you may have been like, oh, I didn't even know she had tattoos there. That's the point. So the only one that you can see almost all the time, and I have little to no control over it, is my arrow tattoo right here. So I didn't realize when I got it there that you would be able to see the tail of it until I got it, and I was like, ah, how about that? So there you go. Okay, why did you get on YouTube? The initial question was Tumblr. I don't do Tumblr, but so I got on YouTube because I remember I used to watch a bunch of different girls doing makeup tutorials, and I've been obsessed with makeup for a while. And I would think to myself, you can't do that. These girls are professional makeup artists. That's why they're doing YouTube. You're not a professional makeup artist, so you sit down and watch. And then as YouTube started to become more popular and more girls started to do it, I was like, wait, all these girls ain't professional makeup artists. So if they can do it, I can do it. And in theory, I mean, I did it, but whatever. So that was my whole point. It's just, it was something that I told myself I couldn't or shouldn't do, and I wanted to give it a whirl. And then it definitely kind of amped me up more when I saw that people were full-blown making livings off of it. I am not one of those people, but that's why I got on YouTube. It's just because I was just like all those other girls who were like, I like makeup, I'm gonna show people how to do makeup. And yeah, that's how that happened. Okay, so this is the bonus question, because again, I didn't consider the name question to be a question. What is your biggest challenge doing YouTube? Definitely my camera gear. I was watching a video of some girl yesterday who was like, yeah, so I just brought this camera. It was $2,500. My lens was $700. And did the issue. I was like, ma'am, you done spent like 3-4 G's on a camera. So I only spent like 300 or 400 on camera. And obviously, I'm pretty sure we have totally different issues. My point is, I don't spend a lot of money on my gear. So sometimes my camera overheats. The camera I'm on now, I have approximately 15 minutes total to talk, is going to overheat. I'm going to have to stop it, let it cool, and then come back. And I'm pretty sure had I bought a camera that was more expensive, I wouldn't be having these problems. So gear troubles and growth. I've been doing YouTube for years, and I just thought that I would be bigger in terms of my subscriber count and all that stuff, and I am not. So those are my 2 challenges. Relationship status. Single as fuck. Okay, then it asks, what are your favorite movies? And it's funny because I wrote them down. This was before the tag. So I know off the top of my head, and no, well, first off, Boomerang is my favorite movie of all time. Boomerang, Class Act, Clueless, Love Jones, Black Panther, Devil Wears Prada. Okay, and I can't remember the other 4. Which is why I wrote them down. Bridesmaids, Low Down Dirty Shame. Wait, what number are we on now? Okay, let me just start over. Boomerang, Clueless, Mean Girls, Low Down Dirty Shame, Class Act, Black Panther, Bridesmaids, Love Jones, Devil Wears Prada, and I have Coming to America with a question mark. So that one is the last one, and it has a question mark by it. Yeah, so we'll move on. Something I am talented at. Being awesome. I sing. I don't sang. There's a difference. Beyonce sangs. I sing. There's a difference. So I guess we'll say that. Number of kids I want. I don't want them. Okay, so long story short, I used to think I wanted them when I was younger. You know how when you're younger, you're like, oh, I'm going to be married by 30, and I'm going to have 3 kids, and I'm going to have, you know, all that. The fact, yeah, life turned out a little different than that, ma'am. So I used to have a vision for me having 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy. I already have their names picked out, had their names picked out. And as I've gotten older, I don't see it happening for me. Keyword, me being older. And that's just not the way I see my life going. I'm looking for a tissue because my nose is running. Hold on. I don't know why I get a face full of makeup on and then my nose wants to run. But anyway, yeah, so I don't see me having any kids. So depending on which day you catch me, I'm like, yeah, maybe 1. And then other days I'm like, no, dear God, no. So I think it's just safe to say that I don't want them. Yeah. All right, so my favorite food. I like pasta, Mexican food, and there's something else I want to say. Pizza. So it asked for food singular. Obviously, I just gave you 3. Do you like your name? Would you change it? I love my name. Didn't always love it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a brief little story time. So I actually was supposed to be named something else, but I have a cousin who was born 2 years before me, and the way the story was told to me is that my aunt took the name that my mother had planned for me, or am I recording? Yeah, okay. So my mother took the name she had planned for me, and what am I saying? Basically, my aunt stole my mama's name. So I was supposed to be named Nate, but that's my cousin's name. And she named me what she named me. So that was supposed to be my name. And then she was going to name me something else that I didn't like that name either, but I have another cousin and that's her middle name. So I don't think she watches my videos, but just in case, I'm not going to say. So she was going to name me that. And I was like, okay, I'm glad you didn't. But yeah, so I like my name. I used to hate it because I have one of those names where one of the first things people ask me when they meet me is, do you have a nickname? And that really pisses me off because I'm like, you're not even trying to say it. My name's not even hard. You just automatically would like, nah. So that really annoys me. Or I also get, well, I'm going to call you this. And I say, not if you want me to answer, you're not, like, whatever. And then I remember when I used to work at Target in college, people used to ask me, did you have a hard time, and in Food Lion when I was in high school and had to wear name tags, and people were like, did you have a hard time spelling your name? No, you dumb fuck, it was my name. No, I didn't have a hard time spelling it. And I'm not stupid. Whatever. So all that to say, I used to be frustrated having to correct people all the time, which I still have to do. Having to spell it multiple times. Oh, what does that mean? And you know, just going through the whole explanation process, it can be a little frustrating, but I do love my mother's creativity. I used to call myself Lacole when I was little because I didn't like Shamiriel because of all the reasons I just told you. So I was like, my name's not Nicole, it's Lacole. Don't ever call me that. So, fun story time about that. Would you ever want to be famous? If so, for what? So remember how I mentioned to you I sing? I thought when I was little I was going to be an entertainer. In this case, it would have been singing, acting, and modeling because I tried to do that when I was younger, but it turns out I'm short. So yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was going to be my life. So I was going to be famous for singing, and then I was going to model also, and then branch out into acting. Do you miss someone at the moment? Like literally as I'm talking to you, no. But I have found myself over the past couple of days really missing my grandparents, both sides. None of my grandparents are alive, and it just makes me sad sometimes. I have a picture of my paternal grandparents on my refrigerator, and I found myself randomly talking to them the other day, and I was like, so, you know, just sometimes you just kind of wish, you know. So I miss them. Have you ever met someone famous? Yes. I have met Marlon Wayans. I met Gary Owen. I met Dame Dash. I met Robert Irvine. He's a chef. Is that it? Ooh, I met Sinbad and some other guy. I can't remember. I want to say his name was Chip. He's a musician. So those are the famous people I met. I met Malcolm X's daughter. Is that it? Yeah. So, and if you're wondering how I came across meeting these people, I used to be a reporter, and there was like a daytime talk show at one of the stations where I worked, and so they would come. This was in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they would come in to promote, you know, a lot of them, as you can see, were comedians. So they were promoting their shows on the show where I worked at that TV station. And so they come in, I'd be like, hi, you know, nice to meet you. We take selfies, da da da. So yeah. Do you keep a journal or a diary? I do. More so, I've always been a kid who journaled. But currently, I guess in this digital age, I more so do digital journaling. I do a combination actually, which kind of can be hard to keep up with, but there's this website called Penzu, Penzu. So it's basically like an online journal, and I like that because it obviously keeps tabs of your journal. It'll email you like, you should write today. And One thing it does that I kind of like and kind of don't like is it'll pop up and be like, this is what you wrote last year. And I've personally found that there will be some days where I'd go back and I could see what I was thinking about on this day last year or whenever. And it's like, damn, I still feel that way. And you kind of get down on yourself because you're like, there's been no growth. But that's not the journal's fault. So yes, I do. What is your favorite scent? Vanilla. What is your most used emoji? I think it's a combination for me between the eye roll, the hand to the face, and the little side eye one, the slightly new one where it's like, because that's just those are my moods. So I think those are my top 3. What is your favorite season and why? Summer. I was born in July, and so I just have this theory that whatever season, or whatever season you were born in, that's kind of the one you tend to like. That's just my random theory. And so, yeah, because I was born in summer, I absolutely hate winter. Yeah. What movie was so sad that you will never watch again? Ray. Jamie Foxx played the shit out of that movie. I cried pretty much the whole fucking movie. I have not to this day watched Ray. So many scenes where I was crying and I was like, I can't do this to myself again. So I've seen Ray one time. It was amazing. Don't think I could do it again. If you could live in a book, a TV show, or a movie, what would it be? Okay, this one I didn't think through. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, okay. If I could live in a book, a TV show, or a movie. Oh, I didn't think of this. You know how you go through the questions and you're like, okay, I could come up with an answer for that and for that. I didn't come up with one for this one. So off the top of my head, I'm going to say Black Panther. Okay. If you could bring one musician back from the dead, who would it be and why? Aaliyah. Why? Because she's amazing, and as I was just discussing with someone who commented on yesterday's vlog, actually, I wonder sometimes what she would be doing if she were still here. And I personally think she would be acting more than she would be singing. I think about how she came up with Brandy and Monica, and prior to Versus, Monica was out here, but she wasn't really doing that much. I feel like Brandy's always been a consistent, person who's either on Broadway or on reality TV or, dropping the occasional album. And so I kind of feel like she might have drifted toward music a bit and focused more on acting. But that's just my personal thoughts on what she would have been doing. And it makes me sad that she's not still here. Did you know she was supposed to play, I can't talk. Did you know she was supposed to play Honey? And, she passed away, and so Jessica Alba got that. I would have loved to see her in that. I thought she would have been cute because, she was an amazing dancer. I'm talking so fast because I don't want my camera to overheat. I'm trying to get this done in one take. Probably should stop talking so much. Okay, why did you choose your profession? I chose my current profession because my former profession was no longer for me. I used to be a reporter. I did that for 10 years, and I wasn't going where I thought I would go with it just wasn't going where I thought I was going to go. I thought I was going to be somebody's anchor, and it never really worked out that way. And after just kind of getting overlooked, I was like, you know what? No. So I did what most people who leave TV news do. I got into PR. I would say 85 to 90% of people who leave TV news do PR. And then I've noticed some people doing being realtors. But all of that to say, that was the career I chose after the career I thought I wanted just was no longer my ministry. If you could speak another language, which would it be and why? Kosa, I think is how you say it. And it throws me because it's spelled with an X. But I'm fairly certain it's pronounced Kosa. And my camera's overheating. Why? Because I think I feel closer to the motherland. That sounds real trite and corny, but it's true. Like, I don't know what my ancestors' native tongue was because of this thing called colonization. So that's just what I want to learn, and that was the language, if I'm not mistaken, they were speaking in Black Panther. So I just figure it would be good for me to learn, but I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. The other language I would also like to learn is Spanish. I do know a little Spanish. It's a little janky, and I want to be able to learn that because I want to know more than one language, and I want to be able to speak to different people. Which TV character would you swap lives with and why? So with this one, I was torn between Olivia Pope, the beauty, the status, the power, the wardrobe. Oh my God. And I was gonna say I feel like her career path aligns with mine. That's not totally true. She was what was she? The communications director. So I mean, same, whatever. Anyway, so those are all the reasons I just named, and also Mary Jane Paul of Being Mary Jane. I also wardrobe, the beauty, the living quarters. I loved her house when she was in Atlanta. And they're both just ridiculously smart and eloquent, things that I don't feel that I am all the time. Confident, you know, just, yeah, they were bad. So those are my two characters. And last question, what is something you hope to accomplish in the next year? I don't know. I want to travel more, but you know, Rona's making it real hard. I've been nowhere all 2020 trying to be a law-abiding citizen, trying to be safe and whatever. And I'm just like, I didn't like to go a lot of places, but G's and P's, I don't like this. So I want to be able to travel more. I also want to get my channel to a point where I can get monetized on YouTube. We are not there yet, and I keep saying if I'm not going to be there by a certain time, I'm just going to quit, and I still haven't quit yet. So I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment. But yeah, those are two things I'd like to accomplish next year. I'm very bad about this because it asks for one thing and I give you like 8, but whatever. Okay, so I guess that's Vlogmas for today, because if you watched yesterday, aside from me putting on my makeup, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm watching, there's a show on HBO called The Undoing. It has Nicole Kidman in it. It's 6 episodes. I started last night. I'm already on episode 6. So I've been laying around all day, eating. Let me rephrase. I've been lying around all day, eating, watching The Undoing. I have an episode of The Flight Attendant that I need to catch up on. At some point, I'm going to heat up some leftovers, do my Sunday skincare routine, pick my clothes out for the week. You know, nothing exciting. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of my skincare routine. So, yeah. And then we have my shows, my Sunday night shows. We got 90 Day Fiancé. Ooh, I think they're starting a new season today, actually. So we got 90 Day Fiancé, and then The Real Housewives of Potomac. And oh, I think today is the season finale. Look, is it sad that I'm this excited? But yeah, so that's going to be my Sunday. So, ding, this is the end. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.